Yo, what's going on? You already know who it is. It's Bruce. How y'all doing? COVID-19. Well, this podcast is called the Boys and Girls Club slash I know how to hoop or I don't know how to hoop or when you first thought about me hoop or all that stuff y'all talking about. I don't know. So basically, the reason why I'm doing this right now is because I put a post up. Man, I saw all the little basketball thing and all that stuff like when you first saw me basketball, blah blah blah. So when I put mines up, I said, "Yo, not me. Don't worry about me." I was saying like, let's put y'all names and stuff, and I'm going to say I'm gonna talk about y'all. So the y'all is gonna be what's about to come forward in a little bit. But then with that being said, because a lot of cats lot of cats in my circle or you know we talk about boys and girls club or whatever. So hence the reason why I got the shirt on or whatever. If you see it on visual, but if you don't, audio wise, I got a boys and girls club shirt on. Um, but yeah, I was. I'm like, well, let me do a little bit of history, or let people know that don't know about the Boys and Girls Club and how much that how much it affected in a good way. My colleagues, my friends, my family, my peoples, whether it's older or younger, and me myself, like how much we learned throughout this organization. Mount Pleasant is one that's ours. That's our home front. Me and the guys. I'm probably gonna be speaking more or less on. But you had King Kennedy, you had Broadway and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of knowledge real quick. With that being said, so um, for the research I did, uh, basically it started off as the boys club. It wasn't even the boys and girls club. Um, and I was this started like 1860s, like around 1860, down in Hartford, Connecticut, whatever. That's where it really started. Boys club, boom, bam. Fast forward, going into Cleveland, which we reside at, blah blah blah. The first boys club opened on the Broadway area, which is down in Slavic Village, which is down the road from the Mount Pleasant area. Um, it started there. The second club was Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is the one that most of the people that's gonna be listening, if they do listen, is gonna be what we talked about. Mount Pleasant, Melzer, 131st. Um, just the I call it the Mecca. How people call it New York. How they call it doggone what's that shit? The fucking the Madison Square Garden, whatever. The Mecca. Nah, Mount Pleasant was the Mecca for us, and obviously, and actually, it was the second boys and girls club of Cleveland. Boys and girls club of Cleveland. Like, um, once again, like I told you, it started off as boys club, and then like we started, as far as the Cleveland area started to make it and start 14 years after they said that, or after they started the boys club, then we implemented the whole boys and girls club. And once again, started with Broadway and South Village, and then the second one was Mount Pleasant, which is the one that we represent. The guys and ladies that I'll be speaking upon a little bit. And then the third one was damn the West Side Club, and then after that it was King Kennedy. Now that was '92, so King 92. So shout out to K3 and Day Day and the Twins and all that. Oh well, the Twins was King Kennedy too. Yeah. So I mean so like those joints it started off. So that main hub, those main four. So you had Broadway, and which is the new Broadway is still there, but you had Broadway, you had doggone Mount Pleasant second, then they hit the West Side, then you went to doggone King Kennedy being the last one. So that's like a little backdrop, and this is a backdrop without doing a history. Um, the Boys and Girls Club was awesome. Like honestly, like real spill now. Where it used to be where that you had to like find like daycare or whatever. Nah, not back in the day, man. Like yo, if you're familiar with the Cleveland area, you know Charles Dixon. Well, it's a fire station now, but you know like where the fire station is now, it's a fire station. I mean, excuse me, where the fire station is now, it used to be Charles Dickens, and that's on Benham or whatever. So the Boys and Girls Club is on Melzer, so it's about like what, half a mile, not even. But this is back in the days where you had neighbors that knew neighbors that knew neighbors that, hey, they can walk a 5-year-old kid or a 4-year-old kid or shit even a 3-year-old kid. They can walk from said place and get to the Boys and Girls Club. Don't have to worry about mom having to get off to get them to drop them off at the Boys and Girls Club and go from there. And then you know the guys, the fellas that's outside, we outside, whether it's young, old, or whatever, but we outside, and they know that. Oh hey, AJ, hey, Aubrey, hey, you know what I'm saying, Joe, hey, oh hey, Rich, hey, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like they was able to do that walking down. They had to worry about it. We had to worry about that shit because we was in our we was acclimated into our area and doing what we doing and making sure that the youngest was good. So then, fast forward, boom, get us out of the club. Guess what? Homework. Bam, we get it done. Mr. Stone or whatever, or whoever it is, like or shit. I don't know. Mom probably mom is probably there. Or shit. Or the uncle is there, or the brother is there, or the big homie is there, whatever. So, hey, let's get this homework done before we start playing pool and or we have the learning center, or before you get to playing kickball and stuff. That's one of the big things that we did there. You know what I'm saying, playing kickball or whatnot. So I mean, like that's like a background of the whole Boys and Girls Club thing that is not there no more, and not necessarily that the one that's on Mills and 131st, but this period we don't have that no more. So that's why I feel that kids is, you know what I'm saying, having the or kids like doing what they do now. They'd be like, oh well, there's no structure, there's no this and that, because I mean I'm like, yo, it ain't shit for them to do that has structure that you ain't got to pay $300 for. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you got to pay out of city pay. Like for instance, like if like we had RBI league back in the day. We had indoor basketball leagues, like meaning like inside the club basketball leagues, and shit. We even had like basketball traveling basketball leagues where we'd go to King Kennedy, we'd go to Broadway, we'd go to on the west side. I forget the others on the west side, but it's like two on the west side. We'd go to those, and we had like traveling like basketball tournaments or whatever, in Boys and Girls Club, familiar or whatever. But they don't have that now. They say the money ain't there. The money ain't there. The money ain't there. The money ain't there. Hey, I ain't political, but I call bullshit on that. You know what I'm saying? I think, I'm saying like, even talking now, the doggone, versus Mount Pleasant, like that building, it's a shit show now. That whole block, that whole 131st block, that whole block right there is a shit show now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm guaranteed that it was something that could be made, some type of grant, some type of something that could have been made that where we was able to, or somebody could come together and then we could have made that shit and kept it thriving. Because that right there was a hub to where some people stay out of trouble, man. A lot of kids stay out of trouble. A lot of adults that's adults now that stay out of trouble because that was the spot. Whether it's Mr. Collins or Mr. Stone, Mrs. Young, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Butler. Hey, those guys and females, yo, hey, cats respected these individuals, at least what I saw, they expected they respected these individuals. You heard me? Excuse me. But that's a little pause, or like a little it's like mm, a little kickback of what how I saw it and how I'm seeing things right now. But going forward, I would say, hey, I wrote a list. I wrote a list, and then I actually saw the post that my gents, you know what I'm saying, put through as far as going back to the whole basketball thing or whatnot. I'm gonna get to that lastly, and I'll break this down to where you'll hear the history, but then you'll hear like what I guess what you actually want to hear, or if somebody want to hear it, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you how deep this Boys and Girls Club thing is, and how deep just like the basketball thing, having the hoop dreams or whatnot. uh, I'm gonna shoot down a couple names, and then y'all let me know once y'all hear this how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like so, the Boys and Girls Club brung a lot of people. Hey, it brung. I'm gonna start with the McGee's because it makes it easy. I'm gonna break it down. You had Richard McGee, you had Tony, you had Terry, you had Keish, you had AJ. Not had, you still have. All these cats are still. You know what I'm saying? So you have. So once again, we all have all these cats. Rich, Tony, Keish, AJ, Terry, Mario. You know what I mean? Brit coming from Keish. Doggone Mario. I said that. Sierra. Um, Tony had a youngin. I forget his name. Then hey, God bless the dead, Sam. But you had the big homie Paul. You had Orlando. You had Arby. You had Bobo. You had Mark and Daryl brothers. You had Yule. You had Jackie. I forget homeboy, the dude with the deep waves, dark skin, short dude. I don't know. Yeah, let me know who it is. Y'all tag nigga shot pool real good. Like when he's upstairs. You know what I'm saying, like, so you learn how to shoot pool at the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we had basketball camps. We had RBI league, man. We had travel basketball. We went out of town, stuff like this. So these are things that that we had, man, back in the day, where and you ain't had to put no money in. Like I think the doggone what, it was like $3 for a membership. I believe like it was like $3, if that, depending on who you are. And then like hey, eh, it was what it was. Like hey, it was just as long as it's safe, ain't no BS. We good to go. Oh man. As far as some other ladies other than Keish, you know what I'm saying? You got Keish, you got Shawana, you had Rakiba, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't forget about my King Kennedy guys, man. We had K3, we had Day Day, we had Schwab, um, and the twins, like I said earlier, on the front end. Um, but like the Boys and Girls Club was something that sorry, even though I never saw them, and they'd be on my ass and they gonna say it, but I had to make sure that Mario and Nick Jones, the Jones brothers, had to make sure I say them because they'd be on my neck talking about, nigga, I ain't never seen you, nigga, fuck ass boy. Oh. Anyhow, but everybody I mentioned, man, hey, I love y'all to death, man. But like, I mean, those are just names that just came over the top of my head as I wrote. I mean, I wrote down a little bit earlier before I started this little tangent or whatever. But I mean, hey, that's something that's missing in our streets, man. As far as this, because there's no rec centers. I live in Garfield, and I pay a lot of taxes in Garfield, and I have no places to like put the youngest in, for even for a lower price. You know what I'm saying? Like not just saying like, oh, you gotta put some money in. All right, that's cool. But at the same time, there's nowhere to put these youngins to do t-ball, this and that, without having to pay X amount of money. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So that could be another subject, another podcast, man. But so going forward, so the whole thing that I even hit this up for, and I'm gonna break this down. So this would be a slight pause. I'm gonna do a soft pause now, like All right, all right. So I, I put something up today, and it was earlier this morning. So I put when you first saw me hoop, da 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 da. Not me, but you. Like the status or drop your name, and I'll verbally say it on the podcast that will be recorded and dropped today. Hashtag tell the truth about hoop. Hashtag Bruise Edition. So, starting off, I'm gonna go from the top and go through. I printed it out or whatnot. So, here we go. 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 Whew. Shout out to Demetrius Williams. From he says, from what I remember, you were a lefty? Question mark. We played at WY. Had a inside outside game. Could shoot it. Yo. So Michi, my shot game. I ain't gonna say it was insane, but it was all right. You know what I'm saying? But I did have a crazy shot, but definitely a lefty. I'm definitely a lefty, and I used to be. I used to really go strong with the left until cats would be like, no, he left, check on left, blah, 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 blah. So, but I remember you know what I'm saying? I remember you going because, hey, even though, and I ain't short shaming or whatever and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, you ain't get no Fs, fuck it, you ain't get no fucks, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you'll still get them buckets as well, you know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate you answering that, or appreciate you saying that, my G. Next is AJ. I don't think he'll like me saying this, but Arthur James McGee. He put nigga was a dog, then he went to tech and wanted to be wanted to be white chocolate. So if y'all too young to know, or if y'all too old to know, so white chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Jason Williams. I guess y'all really know him from playing in Sacramento, but he played in Memphis and stuff like that. But yeah, well that was fast forward. I was going there, but it ain't because it was tech. But you a fuckhead for that, my G. But no. But, the reason that I have my passing game, and because there's a lot of people that say, like, as far as passing game and awareness of like the awareness of the court and stuff like that. The reason I do that the reason I did that and do it, well, I retired now, but the reason why I do that is because I always had shooters on my team, or I was young and I had to pass the ball to these guys, so I learned how to pass, or I just facilitated more or less than wanting to score. Scoring, I always felt I could do it. Not saying that I'm like, oh my god, fucking, you know what I'm saying, D1 player or whatever like that, because I'm not. But I always felt I could score in some parameters or whatever. But my scoring is my assist. My assist is that scoring. You know what I mean? So if I'm doing something that I can break the defense down or whatever, and hey, bop it out to AJ, or bop it out to Mario, or bop it out to Rio, or bop it out to Nick. Bop out to Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and y'all got the shot, y'all score. Guess what? Y'all score is my assist. My assist is y'all score. So, hey, I love life. I don't give a fuck. I don't gotta have the ball, or my biggest thing, my biggest quote was to y'all, to everybody that played with me, whether y'all think I can play or not, was that, man, let the shit go through me, man. Because guess what? I do not want to. I don't care about shooting. I don't care about the stats. A lot of y'all cats want them stats. I don't care about stats. My stats is good. My assists, if I got 8 assists, 7 assists, hey, guess what? I'm feeling good. I don't need 20 points, my G. Don't need 20 at all. Shit. Murray, what's happening, boy? Said great. He had put great court awareness and passer, and damn, excuse me, an unorthodox jumper that was wet. That's probably, it might be a stretch, Murray, but hey, I'll take it though. I appreciate that. Um, but love the big moment. I definitely love the big moment. I don't care about that shit. He'd never forget the half court shot that took us in OT and we won. So he was talking about one of the joints we had going back to the Boys and Girls Club. We were talk we used to have like different tournaments, in-house tournaments or whatever, and like it was so dope because you look forward to it. You know what I mean? So if you had a playoff or whatever, like seed 1 through 4, boom, and you playing that, and then we had like a ref. Well, Mr. Butler would be the ref, and or somebody or like one of the older seniors would be a ref or whatever, and hey, we get to play in the game, so we kept it real. Like it was there, like hey, doggone from all the way to the free throw lines to the um just all the way through and through. Like it was just so dope, man. Like it's so much that I wish that even my son or any of our sons or what I'm saying, like be able to do it and not, like I said, pay a fucking high fee. Like it was just dope that we can remember 20 years later about how much fun we had um, at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm gonna keep emphasizing this shit. Boys and Girls Club, man. Like this was the shit. I mean, it's not there no more. Like I said, like it's only one that I know of. It's Broadway, but yo, that was the shit, man. Boys and Girls Club. I guess because I'm cussing, you won't be able to put this like on a like forward it or whatever. But that's just how strong I feel about it. And then AJ replied to Murray joint. He said, I always think about that shot the shot that was done. And then Murray went back. He said that was a hell of a game. We won the indoor ship that year. You know what I'm saying? Now I think AJ had James, which is Murray Murray cousin, I believe. Used to live about 3 blocks down off of Melzer, coming from a 140th. But that's another thing. And then Javar, old Javar Green. So I got something to say about them cats too. Cause so they little thing was Javar, Brandon. I forgot a little other homie, but they had Rome too. But it was bully ball, and Javar put I'm going to foul the shit out of him. Now, that's what he thought about me when I played. I'm going to foul the shit out of him. And god damn it if he didn't do it. God damn it. Hey, yo, these guys, man. I'm talking about especially Javar. Shout out JG. God damn it. When trying to go through somebody. Nah, that's not happening. Not him. Not trying to go to. He definitely. I don't know. It was definitely '90s ball. Ain't no 2020 ball, no 2019 ball. Ain't no what's that Draymond Green? He kicked Brown in the nuts. Da da da. Got suspended. Fuck out of here. No. This is old school. Like this, Javar and them niggas is like fucking Charles Oakley, the Knicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Anybody you could think of in those soft, in them hard '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like the mid '90s that were, fuck man. Hey, going down there, you might come back with a mislocated shoulder or something like that. Trying to fuck with them. And they loved it, man. They loved it, and shit, I fucking loved it too. I ain't care. You know what I mean? So those is like those little side stories, basketball stories of like of the boys and girls, which is just that. But then we all evolved, and went to Stafford and met cats, Randallwood. You had 116th, or we had Dove. Excuse me, you had Dove Park. I mean, cats went to, or obviously one of the, I hate to say Mecca, but one of the places that most cats went to was Woodhill. Me, never been a fan. I went uptown, cause one game would be fucking 3 hours at Woodhill or whatever and shit. Especially the main court, like the main two courts or whatever, close to the track. But it was what it was, man. Oh shit. What I forgot to talk about was fucking Charles Dickens. Um, I messed around and skipped that. My bad. And I ain't mean to. Dontrell, my G. I apologize. Where we at? I'm at 25 minutes. So let me write this down because Dartrell, you are right. Hey, had to earn my stripes somehow. It's crazy how I lived across the street or caddy corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Tail lived across the street from me. Then Phil lived like basically behind me, and then Clee lived on your street, but on the other side. And then like, but y'all motherfuckers, what 3, 4, 5 years fucking older than me and shit. I want to come out. I want to hoop. Oh no, you can't hoop. You can't hoop. This and that. Whether it's 33 or whatever, and shit, I can't hoop. But oh yeah, y'all love to have my fucking basketball. So yeah. So guess what? And what AJ said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, always keep a goddamn good basketball. But guess what? That's right. Like you said, nigga, I barter that shit. Hey, well, you using my ball, I got winners, or I'm taking that bitch like one of the little homies in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, need my ball, B. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't want no smoke with my moms. Even though I ain't do that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you ain't hold my ball if I can't hoop, man. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, that's another reason how I found out how to pass the ball because y'all had y'all little ways y'all want to shoot. Oh, y'all gotta be the best players and this and that and that. Give me the ball. I gotta be the motherfucking thing. No. In my head, I should be like, yo, pass the fucking rock, give it to me, B, or give it to somebody else. But let y'all do what y'all do. So, hey, in hindsight, I learned how to fucking pass the ball, and to this day, I can pass the ball better than most, I would say, and I would strongly say that at all. I mean, I would strongly say that. Um, that's dope. Fuck, man. I did 27 minutes. Talked about the Boys and Girls Club. Um, I recapped uh the post that my homies put up for me, or the reactions that my homies put up for me, and I appreciate y'all once again. This is the first time that I actually did a fucking solo podcast, and I'm still going. I'm gonna throw it out. Because shit. If you don't, hey man, you just throw the shit out. Whether you think it's good or bad or indifferent, you throw the shit out. I don't care if it's mixing. I don't care if it's your work ethic or whatever. Hey, you put that shit out, especially if you feel strong about it, and I feel strong about it. So this shit about to be going out. It is 4:30 on the smacker that I'm about to. Well, I ain't gonna stop, but I'm about to stop and like after I get done saying this shit. But it will be up, video, audio. Please comment. If y'all want to go live, we can do that. If y'all want to be on this after this, after all this little BS stop, and everybody good to go, whatever. I don't know. Hey, do bookings, man. I love to have this and really talk and really do a good Boys and Girls Club talk with somebody else that actually can talk about their avenues and what they loved about it and what happened, or what made them better, or what I'm saying, like what just what it was as far as the Boys and Girls Club thing. I'm supporting it. You'll see it. Look, Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland. Hey, it's not no joke, man. Been doing this. I'm 36 years old. Been around that damn thing since I was like, what? I don't know, 5 or 6, something like that, man. So I miss it. I wish that we still had it. I wish somehow we could buy that goddamn facility or whatever. But hey, you know how the politics is. With that being said, 29 minutes. I did it by myself, but y'all helped me. So I didn't do it myself. Y'all helped me. God damn it. I wrote notes. Look, I had notes. Just look, everything. With that being said, it's the Bruisery Podcast, Sunday edition. Real quick, get y'all in, answering questions. Subscribe, please subscribe. YouTube, Bruisery YouTube, Bruisery Podcast. Like, dislike, make a comment, whatever the case may be. Spotify, where we at? SoundCloud, doggone, what's that? Doggone, Apple, Google, Wherever y'all need that. Hey, all you gotta do is just Google Bruiser. Excuse me. All you gotta do is Google Bruisery Podcast. Bam. And you're there. So with that being said, later haters.